guys, Jason here from Keep It Reet. Today we're down here at Hampton Downs Raceway for the Pro Sport category of D1NZ. We figured we'd make most of it. I'm down here spotting for Zach. I figured we'd do some more Reet rundowns. So today we've got old boy Taylor James here. How you going, Tony?
Good man, good.
And we've got his, don't know, RB something S14.
Thinking back, drop the class, to establish that the magic, it's automatic. Got a mask.
Alright, so Taylor, how you going, mate?
Good man, good.
So obviously you're doing Pro Sport today.
No.
So Taylor is, actually last year you did really well. So Pro D1NZ, not champion yet, but going for it.
We've had a couple of goes at it, but yeah, we haven't quite gotten there
Had
just
quite a
yet.
few podiums last year.
Yeah, you had a couple, managed to win one of the rounds, so yeah.
I'm a threat. It's a bag.
Oh, so today you're judging actually.
Yeah.
What are you judging?
I'm judging angle today, so three of us pro drivers, Ben Jenkins, Darren Kelly and myself, are stepping in to be judges for Pro Sport. We feel it's probably good for Pro Sport itself as well, you know, some current drivers that sort of know what to look for and stuff. And I don't know, I feel it's sort of good for us drivers as well, just to see a different angle on how stuff works, you know, so yeah.
100%. So we've got your S14 here today.
Yep.
How did you go last week?
Not ideal, had a few little issues and steering behind and bits and pieces, but we managed to end up 5th for the weekend, so not all bad. We've still got 4 other rounds that we can attack and try and make something of, so yeah.
We've still got to get through me. So
We'll give it a
don't
go.
worry about
Give it a
it. Anyway, so we've got your S14. Yep. Do you want to give me a quick rundown? We'll start with the engine. I'll pop that bonnet up.
So pretty, just a RB30, so 3 litre block, still a cast block. We run billet mains and a block brace kit and all that, and then it's got a 3.4 stroker in it, so 3.4 litre and all the dry sump and other bits and pieces.
Nice, nice. What sort of what exhaust manual you got on there?
It's a six boost one.
Oh, yeah.
6 boost ones. Just at the time we were just sort of pushed for time, and yeah, they had that on the shelf at North Shore Toyota, so we put one of them on there, just easy and bolt straight on.
You can't go wrong with the old 6 boost.
That's right.
And how many boosts are you running?
High boost is a bit. I think we run like 34 pound on high boost. Yeah, makes like just over 950 horse at the wheels, so plenty for the old RB, but yeah, seems to be going good.
So you said 3.2s, I mean, so you got that RB30 bottom end?
Yeah, so 3.4. So yeah,
3.4, goddamn.
yeah, yeah. So just RB30 like block, and that's pretty much all that's left of the factory block is just that. Like it's a billet, custom crank, pistons, rods, all of that. So yeah,
And it hasn't let you down at all? It's been pretty reliable? No RB dramas?
last year it was real good, and then we stripped it down at the end of last season and actually had a cracked crank, like the billet crank was cracked.
Yeah,
so we got a new spool kit in there, and it seems to be pretty good. This will be its like 6th event I think for the season, and it's touch wood being pretty good. So
Solid. Alright, so then what have you got up front? What steers this thing?
just pretty like common stuff these days, or like, you know, in New Zealand we just version 2 Wisefab front and rear. Yeah, apart from that, just standard but aftermarket steering rack and just electric power steering. We run the extra power steering pump, and touch wood, it's been pretty good for us. So
Never understand the electric power steering. Did you go straight to electric power steering or?
no, I had mechanical for years. I just had the factory RB one, which was all good, but when we started getting up in the power and the revs, I don't know why, it just always used to flick power steering belts off. So I put the Astra one in there, and everyone said don't, because a lot of people don't like the way it feels in that. But honestly, like touch wood, I've had no issues with it. It just honestly feels like a mechanical pump.
Did you have to run? One thing I've noticed some people running to allow for them so they don't cut out or anything weird. You've got like a high amp, like alternator and
Yeah, we run a, I'm not sure what it's off, but it's like a 140, 150 amp alternator. It's like, you know, you run your electric fans, your steering, it all adds up. So we just want to keep the voltage up and charging, and yeah.
So take note. Van Jenkins, by the way, Van Jenkins on the camera.
Oh, trying to hold my hand steady with boys.
the camera. And you've got these tyres, which everyone loves as well. Everyone gets around.
Yeah, so those are the AR1s, Lancans. touch wood, they've been pretty good. I've never liked to run a big front tyre. I just hate the heaviness and how it feels in the steering, so we only run a 225 on the front. But touch wood, it's been good, and yeah, it's just, I don't know, I just like the feeling of the nice narrow tyre, and I don't know, easy to drive for me anyway, just personal preference.
Yeah, very nice. Don't get any understeer issues or anything?
Not at this like stage so far, but we've got Lino tyres on the back of it now, and it's probably going to be pushing the amount of front grip we have, but
He hooks.
yeah.
Definitely hooks.
Yeah.
Not as much as the wagon, but. Alright, so what do you got inside the car? The cockpit. What runs this car?
Yeah, pretty standard. We just got like just a Jerico H-bed and dog box in there, battle cage set up handbrake, and just a Woodward column and all of that. We run a Max ECU, just got a Haltech dash in there. Yeah, it's all pretty straightforward really.
So you got that strong gearbox. So what have you got behind the motor? Clutch.
We ran a direct clutch from Aussie. We did run other brands for a few years, and like they did well, but just every few events we're putting clutch plates in and all that, it's a direct clutch, and it's honestly been awesome, mate. It's like, I would assume, I don't know, 10 to 12 events deep, and like we've only taken a shim out, and there's still like 3 or 4 left, like it's still like brand new almost.
Is that gone both solid, like solid plates?
Yeah, both solid plates, yeah,
very nice.
Just solid. Yeah, no, it's honestly been really good, so.
Killer.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice. What suspension do you run?
So Darren Kelly does our setup. He got us the 3-way custom VCs. Just, I don't know, Darren like does a lot with setup stuff, so we sort of left that to him to sort, and yeah, he seems to think they're pretty good, so just allows the squat, get it all under control, you know, on switching and that. So
Darren stitches everyone up. So he does everyone cars okay, so they think he's doing a good job. He just does a few little things. Oh yeah, I reckon you should run a bit of toe out, mate. And then when he battles them, he knows exactly what he's got to deal with. Alright, so rear end. What do you got back here? Handle that abuse. Those tyres.
Got some drive shop axles in there now. Just a winter's quick change. We got the radiator and fuel cell all on the back there, just to put a bit more weight over the rear end and sort of spread the weight out a bit.
How do you find that?
Good, man.
One thing I've never played with as well, and I think it's another thing you got to get the setup right. Make sure you know what you're doing.
Like the weight in this is like 52/48, so you know you can get obviously 50/50, but for what we have and how heavy those motors are in the front, it's pretty good weight distribution.
Yeah,
you know.
I think that's actually almost identical to the wagon.
Yeah. But it's good. Like I used to have like a fuel cell right in the back there. I never used to like it because it's like a sloshing weight, and you've got it out past the rear axle. So this way everything's pretty much on the back wheels. So like weight and all that, I don't know, it seems to be really good.
How do your temps go? RB, like all good?
Yeah. Now that radiator's in the back, like last weekend, lap after lap, like I think I seen it at like 91. Run a FENIX radiator and the Spell fans that they've got there, and honestly it's really good. Yeah, I've never seen it over like 93 before.
Spot on. Yeah, that's what you want. That's what the RB definitely needs.
Yeah.
No blow-by issues.
Nah. We run dry sump, so it pushes in what it needs and sucks out what it doesn't. So that's one of the best ways to get rid of all the oiling issues that RBs have. So yeah,
very nice. So I guess the last thing on the car is styling.
Yeah, gone a bit different this year. Usually we've always had white cars, but we've gone to silver this time. Something different. And then we got Azar from ProWear come on board as our naming rights. So yeah, it all seems to have come together pretty good, and yeah, we think it looks all good.
Nice. Has it changed looks over the years too much? Or?
A few, yeah. This is only the 3rd season for this car. We had another S14 which is like pretty much just the same car, just a few little differences, but yeah, this is a pretty like drastic change compared to what we usually do.
Oh, that's it for the car. So what actually got you into drifting itself and to where you are now?
Back in my younger days, I guess I was a bit of a hoon on the streets, and sort of like got into turbo cars and stuff. I ended up at an R32 Skyline and hacked that around a bit, and then actually my first ever track day was this track here at Hampton, up over the hill, the old international circuit. I took my old Skyline street car and sort of got the bug, and then just progressed from there and got a Safiro, went into Pro Sport, a couple of years in that, and then built my old S14 that we've still got, took that into Pro Sport, done 1 year of Pro, and then we got this one out. So yeah, had like a few years off in between, but like all up, I guess, I don't know, 6 or 7 years worth of drifting on and off. So
Very nice. And what do you aspire for?
I guess like the dream is to be FD or something one day, but who knows? Who knows what can happen? Like just see what we can do here and where that leads us, and yeah, where it could end up, I guess.
You went to you've been to Australia a couple times.
Yep.
With Mitch.
Yeah, Mitch got us over and we competed in the T1 WA. Unfortunately, our final round here clashed with their second round, so I had to miss out a round. It was only a 3-round series, so that sort of buggered us for points. But yeah, we got 4th at the first round because we had a power steering line blow, and then got 2nd at the 3rd round. So that was cool. Bit of international stuff and just meet different people. And yeah,
We'll definitely have to get you over to Victoria.
yeah, man.
Yeah, what it's all about.
Yeah. No, that'd be cool.
That's it. I appreciate the chat, mate.
Cheers, man. Appreciate
have
that.
fun today.
Yeah.
Throw some clips in of him blazing tyres
Sweet.
on last weekend at D1. That's it. Make sure you follow him. What's your pages and that?
Central Drift Team on Facebook and Instagram, and yeah, can catch most of our updates and stuff around there. So
I forgot to ask, sponsors. Do you want to thank any sponsors?
yeah, just once again, Carl from Valino. He's come on, helped us out heaps this year with these Valino tyres. So there's something new to us. It's a lot more car setup in it and stuff. Azar from ProWear, Darren Kelly that does our setups, Adrian and Ben from FENIX. Casper, just yeah, all the guys sort of behind the scenes and everything that help us out across the board and have for years. So big thanks to them. They make it all happen. Without those guys, we wouldn't be anything, you know. So big thanks to them, and yeah, see where we can get to this season.
That's it. Killer. I'll look forward to battling this car. Hopefully next week we get some runs. So yeah, make sure you follow all this stuff. Check it out, and we'll throw all the description of his car and setup and all that and sponsors in the description for you to check out. And if you liked it, like that ass and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Man, Jamie.